Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. Today, I'm going to be looking at business strategy and AI episode three. So, we're going to be looking at McDonald's. McDonald's is a fast food international conglomerate. I believe they started, let's see where they started. Okay, yeah. So, it was founded in 1940 by Richard and Maurice McDonald in San Bernardino, California. 1940 was about 60, that's 80 years, 80-ish, 80 plus, what, 83 years ago. So definitely by no means the youngest company in the year, but I kind of wrote down these kind of thoughts that I had about McDonald's going into this learning session. So if you weren't familiar, McDonald's started as a fast food company. However, they turned into kind of this massive real estate company. And there's a really, really interesting movie I'll recommend later about this. But yeah, very interesting business strategy behind McDonald's. So pivoting from a fast food company into a real estate company. Additionally, they are pivoting into the digital era. They've developed a very nice application that is used by college students all around the world. That's kind of funny, kind of in a more anecdotal sense in this episode. Coming out of Texas A&M, there's a McDonald's right across the street from all your courses where you take your courses as an engineer. And me and my friends, among many, many, many people, that McDonald's made a lot of money from A&M. I'll tell you that much. A lot of A&M students and the whole ecosystem went to McDonald's every day and used their application where you can use digital coupons and seamlessly, purchase things for cheap. And it's their business idea that you can buy a lot of this stuff in cheap and that they can profit on that over time, kind of winning your customership. So sweet. So they were founded in 1940 as a restaurant, had its headquarters in Illinois, it looks like. And then, so it's actually the largest food restaurant chain serving over 69 million customers daily. I kind of question how they got that number on Wikipedia, but that's a lot of people. Over 100 countries, 40,000 outlets, cheeseburgers, french fries, chicken, fish, fruit salads. Um, yeah, so the McDonald's Corporation, like I was saying before, a lot of their revenues come from rent, royalties, and fees paid by the franchisees, as well as sales in company operated restaurants. And so it's still, wow, that's very interesting. I thought they were a public corporation, but it's saying McDonald's is the world's second largest private employer with 1.7 million employees behind Walmart. I kind of wonder what they mean by private employer because I'm pretty sure Walmart and McDonald's are both public companies. Interestingly, right. So there has been this ethical concern about McDonald's products, where they come from, what they do to our bodies. So they're at 40,000 restaurants worldwide. Here are some of their key people right now. They have a CEO, Chris Kempczynski, and Enrique Hernandez Jr., who's the chairman. And then they have these products. They have revenue, through the roof revenue. $23 billion is a lot in 2021. 200,000 employees about in 2022. Yeah, so this is some of the historical background, which is extremely interesting. I'll dive into for about a minute or two here. We're going to try to keep this episode at about 10 minutes, so gotta go quick here. But siblings Richard and Maurice McDonald opened the first McDonald's at 1398 Northeast Street, West Street, San Bernardino on May 15th, 1940. Little did everyone know our lives were going to be changed in some way forever. That's one thing I wrote here is that the golden arches our eyes will never unsee. There are many things our eyes will never unsee in this life, and McDonald's Golden Arches is one of those kind of historical icons. So with that in mind, mm, yeah, so I don't really want to dive too much into the history, but because this is kind of more of a business strategy type thing, but very interesting kind of like business kind of takeover here. with this dude named Ray Kroc, and I'll leave this to you to explore more. I highly recommend watching this movie. Let's see if I can find the movie in here. Oh, right. So I was saying automation, right? So they have their applications, and that's a huge thing going forward in our world is everyone's trying to automate. Well, why are they trying to automate? Automation saves money. And what's that? That's more money in the shareholder's pocket. That's more money in the employer's pocket and the employee's pocket at the end of the day. There's been strikes. There's been animal welfare standards, facts and figures. So definitely a great place to start learning is always on a Wikipedia page. Okay, so this is the business model that's really interesting. So company owns all the land on which its restaurants are situated, which is valued between 16 and 18 million. Company earns a significant portion of its revenue from rental payments from franchisees. So that's what I'm saying is McDonald's was a fast food company. They became a real estate company, which is kind of interesting. Anyways, headquarters, they're now in Chicago, it looks like. But with that in mind, we did do a little bit of learning from the Wikipedia page, which I think is where anyone should start. And now we're going to pivot kind of a explorative prompting session with McDonald's and Bard AI. So Bard is Google's large language model AI tool. So first of all, we're going to ask what are some ways in recent years where's the company trying to expand about its current pervasiveness in the world, expanding its digital offerings, right? I was saying it's got its mobile app. It's very enthralling, encapsulating. You think you're saving a lot of money, throwing in a lot of money. Like one thing that I did is in my past semester of college, I got $1 coffee from McDonald's for probably like 3 months straight. That's like 90 days. That's $1 coffee every day. And that's $90. You know, you're convinced you're kind of saving money, but $90, it adds up. So what they do really well on is really capturing their audience. And then, so they focus on delivery. They repositioned its menu. They opened new restaurants in emerging markets, seeking to expand upon its current pervasiveness. So yeah, definitely markets and targeting different demographics. So healthy options. I believe they brought a gluten-free option probably, and as well as like vegetarian. Sweet. So I'm going to grab that. What I'm going to do is I'm just copying this from the bottom. I'm putting it in the document so I can look back on it if I ever want to learn about this stuff again. And then sweet. So I'm going to move the rest of this down. So that was kind of our first area of looking at growth. And now we want to look at some business strategies. So this is the prompt that I kind of drafted from another video, and that's what are some key aspects in terms of business strategy that have contributed to McDonald's success. And we're gonna just plop that down there. Okay, so here we are. Gonna have some right. So McDonald's a very successful company. How do you become a successful company? You have cunning and like crafty business strategies that allow you to set yourself apart. So they have franchising, standardization, focused on value, marketing and advertising, innovation, right? So these are kind of these main ideas and themes that are generated by the tool that parses kind of a lot of data along lines. And yes, so they also have these strong brand recognition, right? It's one of the most recognizable brands in the world. No one looks at McDonald's Golden Arches and doesn't tell me they don't know what, like people know what McDonald's is. So within that regard, that's kind of all I want to, and anyone can look at this. I'm going to attach documents to along with this video. We're going to add that there, and then we're going to maybe add this last one on a new page. So if anyone's wondering what I'm doing here is I'm actually recording this on a software called Samsung Dex, which allows you to turn your Samsung phone into a computer through USB-C, which is extremely cool. And then I'm using the notes on their platform, which is pretty interesting. And what I'm going to do actually for the sake of everyone is one thing is cool. So I can come into here is page settings. I'm going to change the background color to be something like lighter toned, which is kind of more contributing to, people being able to digest it. Like having a dark background, it can kind of make it easier to save, power, but uh, it's not necessarily ideal to digest the information. Okay, sweet. So this was the last prompt I had. So obviously a key thing in life is learning from failure, and how did McDonald's do that? So here are kind of some three things. Like apparently McDonald's had a pizza that did terrible, and then like a lot of other things. Very interesting. I did hit the 10-minute mark and I'm going over. So I'm gonna let you learn the rest of that if you'd like to look at those things. Once again, I appreciate you tuning in today. If anyone has any feedback or any other companies they would like me to look at, or places with artificial intelligence, large language model tools they would like to learn how they can learn, feel free to reach out. I'm always here. My email is samdixonmedia@gmail.com. Feel free to send me an email, any feedback you have. And once again, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay positive and let's do this.